Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild Show. Tabletop Gaming Guild is all about the experiences of playing board games that friends and families can create. Today, we are going to be doing a teach and then playthrough of the Old King's Crown. It recently successfully kickstarted and raised a good chunk of money there. Really excited to dive into the game. We have one of the official peeps for the game here, Adam. He's going to actually teach us how to play this and show us some of the intricacies of the game and probably crush us mercilessly, but we welcome that openly. So, Adam, if you want to kind of take over here and introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, I'm Adam. I'm one of the playtesters of this game and mainly playtesting the solo mode and causing Pablo, the designer, a lot of grief by breaking the game that way. We're just going to go through a quick teach. I'll go through the round structure, then we'll look at the cards, and then go through the faction abilities and unique playstyles, and then we'll go into the game. Cool. So just I'll give a quick rundown of the structure of the round. So at the start of the year, we'll draw cards and then we'll decide turn order. And then we head into spring where we bid for kingdom cards. After that, we'll place cards beside these regions here simultaneously, and then we'll head into doing spring actions, notated by the little green leaf that you see on your player boards and on your cards and stuff like that. After that, we'll head into summer, which is resolving all the clashes. And then autumn, you get to do a few other actions specifically for autumn. And then winter is just the cleanup. And we do that 6 times. All right. When we're playing through the game, doing the actual playthrough, I'll go into detail through the steps just for the first round. And then we'll see how we go for the rounds after that. All right. Were there any questions about like the round structure that you guys had, or was I going too fast? Or
yeah, if you could try to do it again real quick for me, I'd appreciate it.
yeah, sure. So start of the year, we'll just draw cards, determine turn order, and then in spring, think of it like the setup phase, where we bid for these cards up top, the kingdom cards. We'll place our cards beside regions, and then we'll activate spring actions, which you can see on the tactics here, on the player boards, and some of the cards as well. After that, we'll head to summer, and then we resolve each of the 3 clashes. And then in autumn, there's some more actions that you can do. And then in winter, it's just clean up. And that's just a really quick rundown of the game. I'm going to talk about the cards now. And we'll just have a look. Put this over. Okay, so each deck is exactly the same. The variance comes from the Side of Power cards, which I've displayed over here. But yeah, so each faction will have followers, which are these guys. They've got like these little people icons, and those are numbered 1 to 4. And then you'll have these 2, oh, there we go, 5 numbered cards. One is a war machine, which you'll deploy and then in autumn and then ready in spring. And another one is your agent, which eliminates other cards. Cards numbered 6 to 8 are your captains. These have this little map icon, which we'll get into like journeying and stuff like that. But basically, when you take a journey action, it goes to your discard pile. And you all have your 10s, which are your heirs. And that's the standard deck, as well as this little 0. And a ruse. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at what these icons actually mean. So Each card has one of 4 traits. This shield means that it's invulnerable to elimination. Okay, and a card with a dagger means that it will eliminate all non-invulnerable cards. The 5 is a special sort of elimination card because its text on the bottom says that if there are any active opponent followers, so like your 1s to 4s, your agent will get eliminated as well. The map icon I've said, it just returns that card to your discard when you journey. And the last one is this little helmet icon that's on your 10s. So usually when a card is eliminated, it will go to a lost pile, which is just chucked at the bottom of the board. In this case, if a card has resilient, which is that helmet, it'll go, oh, not that tactic. It'll go straight to your discard pile. And then there are other kingdom cards that can add or change the traits of your cards, as well as some tactics, which I'll get through in a minute. At the bottom of the cards, there are 2 icons. One's a little gavel and the other one's a scroll. These relate to governing and journeying, which we'll get to in a minute when I explain the rewards and all those actions. For now, you just need to know that the gavel relates to the council, which sits at the top of the board, these 3 spaces. And each card has a number of votes. So like this 8 has 1 vote to the left, this 0 has 2 votes. And they give you benefits depending if they're occupying a council. On the right, the scroll allows you to gain law, which are these little triangular tokens, right? So when you journey, you can only journey with a card that has a law icon on it. And when you journey with it, it'll go to the lost pile, which is again at the bottom of the board. And you'll just collect one of these law tokens equal to the number of icons on your card and place that at your side of power. Okay. This is how you get these really special cards, faction specific. And these cards all have a cost in the top right corner. So let's say I journeyed with that. I had got a law token. I can immediately spend it and get this Wandering Embassy card if I was playing as clans to put into play. And that's all of the card anatomies. So I'll just also talk about the actions that you can find on all of your cards. So on the ruse here, you have these actions that are played in summer, either ambush or ruse. So ambush works like once this is active and revealed, you can activate ambush to send in another card into the clash. Really good for if you don't want to like telegraph your agent and you want to wait to see if other players have played their followers, like that. Or if you just want to use it for the retreat action, which allows you to, let's say I had my herald here and some, maybe like a supporter. I can use the retreat action on the ruse to take back that card to my hand and the herald and any supporters that I wish. That's good if you know that you're going to lose a clash and someone else has their herald in the same location and they're going to steal influence from you. So that's the ruse. And the other 3 cards that have actions are your 0, your 5, your war machine, and your 10. Okay, your 0 and your 10 have rally, and basically in autumn, you can use the rally action to take a card that's active, that's been played in a clash, back to your hand. So your 10 can only rally itself. Your 0, you can choose any cards, including the 0, to take back into your hand. And your 5 is deploy, right? So deploy is an autumn action. And when you deploy a card, you rotate it. You rotate it 90 degrees and just set it beside a region like that. Okay. And then that's not active. Okay. So it's just sitting, chilling beside a region. In spring, you can choose to activate it, in which you just rotate it, and now it's active and it's contributing its strength value up top there to the region. Yeah. And there are other actions like flank, which in summer, you can choose to move that card to another region. So really good for faking out opponents, or even if, like, let's say this card was here, which has eliminate. Oh, eliminate. If this card didn't have invulnerable, I could, oh my goodness, this is acting up. I could use the flank action to move it to a different region and save that card. Okay, was that all clear? Any questions so far? Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna have a look at the faction specific stuff. So each faction board has a little wheel, which is your hand size. Okay, if you increase your hand size for whatever reason, you just rotate it up, and then if you decrease it when you suffer attrition, you rotate it down. Okay. This game is all about hand management, and if you play poorly, you could suffer each round by lowering your hand size down to lowest is 3. Okay, so you'll suffer attrition anytime when you need to draw cards into your hand and your deck is empty. So let's say I had a hand size of 6, I've got no cards, and I need to draw at the start of the year. I'll suffer attrition, so I just rotate down to 5. And then I'll continue, if I don't have 5 cards in my hand, I'll still continue drawing cards from my new deck, right? So you'll just take your discard pile, shuffle it, create a new deck, and then draw up to your new hand size. You want to try and keep at around 5 or 6 for as much of the game as possible. Try not to ever get down to 3 or 4, because it just makes it really hard to win anything in the later game. Each faction also has this Kingdom's Favor ability, and that is what you use when you win the Harvest Field, this little disc that sits there. You can use your ability 3 times, but once per round only. Yeah, and the nobility, their Kingdom's Favor, they can either gain 1 influence, or for the rest of the round, or their heirs gain invulnerable. And that's particularly useful because nobility are the only faction that have 2 heirs and 2 war machines as well. You've got your supply of your supporters here, which you'll place during spring on your turn. And you can place as many supporters as you want on the board in a region, okay? it doesn't matter which location you put because they aren't contributing to a location, they're contributing to the whole row. Okay. Each supporter contributes 1 strength, but there is an exception, and we'll see now with the tactics. So nobility's tactics are they have School of the Stones. This allows them, well, this adds 1 strength to each of their supporters that are placed on the board. And additionally, in winter, instead of discarding their supporters to the lost pile, their supporters stay on the board. Martial law. So when we bid cards of the Great Road, after cards are revealed, you can set each opponent's total bidding strength to 0. So you can stop them from getting a really powerful kingdom card or from stealing from you if you know they're going to do that. The house endures. They can discard all cards in a council. And if they do that, if they've also got a card in a council, they can move it back to the hand and gain 1 law token. And finally, Panopticon. Basically, it stops players or their opponents from adding or moving cards into regions where they have their war machines or their herald. And if you play your cards right and have a war machine, a herald, and the other war machine somewhere, I'll use Client's war machine. So if you have it stacked in the region like this, that means in all 3 regions for the round, no player can add any cards. They can't ambush in, and they can't move cards into regions. So they can't flank anywhere. And that's the nobility. They play a really, I guess, shutdown playstyle, which that's what their kit focuses on. And I'll just quickly go over their side of power cards. So they have, each faction has 5 side of power cards, but they're slightly different. You've got, for nobility, they've got 4 standard cards and 1 HQ card. Okay. When you gain a side of power card, it just goes immediately to your hand. So they have their 11. They have another war machine. They have another heir. They have this card called the Magistrate, which allows you to, if it's in the council, you can move it to another council. So you can effectively trigger the abilities of 2 councils in 1 round, multiple times. And Gilded Wall is their HQ card. Their faction cards with no votes all gain 1. So this allows nobility to really stack the councils and gain influence that way. So they can either draw any captain from the discard pile. So the 6, 7s, or 8s. It's really good if you journey with like a 6, 7, 8, or 9. It goes to your discard, and then you can just use Gilded Wall to bring it back to your hand immediately for the next round. Or they'll gain 1 influence. Okay. And that's the nobility. The next faction, Uprising. Their tactics are School of the Streets. So their heir gains Eliminate. And if they manage to eliminate a card, they'll gain 1 influence and 1 law. False Orders allows them to swap the position of 2 faction cards of an opponent, and they can do that for as many opponents as they want. Night Raids makes opponents discard 2 of their cards of their choice. And Safe Houses, you'll notice there's 3 Uprising markers here. Safe Houses gives a card retreat. And when you use it, just spend that. Okay. And their side of power cards, they have Black Powder Ploy, which has Eliminate, Resilient. If it eliminates, it will a card. Uprising will gain 1 influence and 1 law. They have Guerrilla Fighters, which blank all opponents' cards in the region. They also have an 11, and they have 2 HQ cards. The first one, Moonshine Cove, acts as another Kingdom card slot. So they're the only faction that can hold 3 Kingdom cards. And you can steal from this card. It used to be that you couldn't steal from it, but if you want to steal, opponents have to give the Uprising 2 influence in order to do that. And the last one, Undercover Counselors. These it's kind of like a little mini game, mini quest, where you occupy a Kingdom card and you'll take one of your supporters from your board and move it into a council matching the Kingdom card's type. So all Kingdom cards have a little icon on them. Coins, a book, or a sword, and it matches one of the councils. If you have at least 1 supporter on each council, then you move all the supporters to your supply, flip the card, and then you'll gain this new benefit. Cool. And that's the Uprising. So they're pretty much heavily involved around elimination and kind of outplaying your opponents to try and win clashes through elimination that way. Spy Master is their Kingdom's favor. This is probably one of the most annoying Kingdom favors, because they can look at all opponents' face down cards and swap out a card from their hand that they've placed. So let's say like you've played an agent, like Black Powder Ploy, and you've got the Kingdom's favor. You'll use Spy Master to flip over everyone else's cards just to check if there's any followers, because otherwise your agent will get eliminated. And if there are, then you can just swap it with a safer card that way. All right, on to clans. So clans is my favorite faction. They have a lot of tools in their kit to flank. And so the idea is that they're a faction that overwhelms like 1 or 2 regions with a lot of strength. So their 11 has flank, their Kingdom's favor gives their captains flank. And the idea is they're just moving from region to region with this overwhelming strength. Their tactics, School of the Storms, you move your Herald to a location in the current clash, and you can move any of your supporters as well from other regions. So with that one, it's like, let's say if my Herald was Necropolis, we did this one first, I won it, I'll gain influence. And let's say the second region was the top row, I can activate School of Storms to move my Herald to the top row and any supporters that I played, and effectively score my Herald reward twice. Cool. Comboing School of Storms with Council of Coins, which I'll go more in depth. But Council of Coins just increases the influence you gain from your Herald. So you can score really big with that tactic. The next two, New Havens and Salt Toughness. New Havens allows you to reclaim any number of your supporters from the map or the lost pile, and Soul Toughness allows you to claim any of your active cards from the board that goes straight into your hand. River Runners is the last one, and it allows you to take a kingdom card from another player. It's not considered stealing. But yeah, if someone has like a really powerful card and you don't have a higher strength to steal it off of them, you can activate River Runners to just take it that way. Okay. And their side of power cards, they've also got an 11. They have Wandering Embassy, which allows all your cards with flank, you have the ability to flank into a council. Okay. And usually you can only get into a council either by taking the castle or by taking the govern action in autumn. The other HQ card is Corsairs, and this one is my favorite because it's caused a lot of grief for Pablo trying to balance this thing. So when a region has been resolved, if you have the most supporters in that region, place one influence from the reserve here. And so basically with that one, you're just trying to overwhelm regions with your supporters, bank influence, and then at some point you'll burn all your supporters, so remove them from the game, and then you'll take all the influence from that card. And Night Raid, or Raid and Raise, is another eliminate. It's got the little deadly trait. But it does have a condition. I mean, it doesn't do much, but if you win a region, then you treat the influence on your chosen location reward as blank. And that is the clans. And the last faction is the Gathering. They are pretty tricky. Their tactics are School of the Stars, so I can move two of my supporters from the current clash to the lost pile and basically take another card from the lost pile, that's mine, and bring it back into play into that region. Out Beyond the Lights allows me to swap two of my own active cards in regions. Moonlight Forages allows me to search the kingdom card discard pile and occupy a kingdom card. And Ritual Sacrifice allows me to move one of my active cards to the lost pile. If I do that, I can gain a card from my discard pile and gain the lore that's equal to the number of lore symbols on that card. The Kingdom's Favor for Gathering is I can move one of my active cards in the region where my Herald is back to my hand. And yeah, their side of powers, they've also got an 11. Bring of the Word. If that card is in a council, they basically seed other councils with their faction markers. So if this is in one of those councils up top there, I can take a faction marker and place it in another council and it will count for votes towards that council. They have two rituals. Ritual of the Eye says if this card is active in the current clash, the player with the lowest total strength above 0 wins the current clash instead of the player with the highest total strength. And Ritual of the Tooth allows me to burn a card, one of my cards in the lost pile, to basically add all of its traits and abilities to that card, and strength as well. And its HQ card, this is probably important, the House of Lights. If I have at least one supporter, so I'll place it on the root, and I'll place clans supporter here. If I have at least one supporter in a region where there are other supporters, I can take that opponent's supporter and place it on this card, okay? and they don't get that back. Once I have 3 opponent supporters on this card, it'll flip, and then I'll get Shapes in the Night, which is a new ability, which we'll talk about if I ever manage to do that. Cool, and those are all the factions. Any questions?
I am sure I will have so many questions,
Cool,
but I don't know right now.
good.
I'm sure a lot of this will come together once we see the game kind
Yeah.
of flow together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, that's it. What we'll do is we'll just walk through round 1. And for round 1, I did this in another teaching session. We're not going to use the tactics for round 1, just because it's a lot of, especially in a 4-player game, it's a lot to understand what each faction can do. So we'll just ignore the tactics for now. Okay, so I'll get you to pick your colors. And then once you do that, you can...
I think Peter should get first choice since he hasn't been on in a while.
Okay, I grab red.
Just remember, Peter, you take my color.
I know. I grabbed red.
Okay. That was not my color.
I'll let you pick.
Well, because I like to Geist a lot from our play of Innis. I feel a lockdown play is very much in my wheelhouse.
Okay then.
Yep, that sounds very accurate.
So all about mobility and misdirection, it sounds, I believe.
Yes. I will tell you now, if you really want to scare your opponents, and also Pablo, please rush Corsairs, because you'll just get tons of influence that way, and it's such a great play. Okay, so we start with 6 cards in our hand. So everyone starts with their heir in their hand as well. So draw that up and then draw 5 cards from your deck. Make sure it's shuffled. Cool. Oh, okay.
So with the air, then 5 more cards.
Yep. Cool. Okay, now let's see who's going to go first. All right, clans, you are first. Then nobility. Then uprising. And I am last. Cool.
See, that's why I choose green. I knew it was going to be first.
Okay.
No pressure, Nathan.
Yeah, it's just the first round. There's no pressure. You can just take it easy. Okay, so first thing that we do is bid and resolve on the Great Road. So you're going to take a card, and we'll do this simultaneously. Take a card and place it face down, just probably in this top region here, and bid. Now, the traits and the abilities on your card don't matter in this phase. It's just the printed strength on the card. Highest strength will go first. If there's a tie, we'll refer to the turn order track to see who goes first. Okay. The cards here, from right to left, you've got Poisonous Ball, which blanks all other opponent cards in a region. Shapeshifter's Mirror, one of your active cards in the current clash becomes a copy of the Lost Pile. Really great if you've got your agent in the Lost Pile. That way you can eliminate. Blue Owl Bell moves all your cards in the Lost Pile in any order to the top or bottom of your deck. And you can do the same with your opponents as well. And the Old King Signet, this is a new one. You get to draw an additional 2 cards at the start of the year.
Okay.
So as we bid, you said we're just using the number on the top of the card.
Yes.
When we bid with it, is a card then gone from our hand?
No, because you can either take a kingdom card, You can steal from another player a kingdom card that they have, provided that your strength is higher. Or you can take that card back to your hand. Okay, so you don't have to take a kingdom card. It can just go back. But everyone has to play a card and bid.
And when you say a kingdom card, that specifically is in reference to the cards at the top here.
Yes. Yeah.
Those are kingdom cards.
Those are kingdom cards, yeah.
The cards that are in our hands, those are referred to as
Just your faction cards.
faction cards. All right, got it.
Yeah.
So we all gonna play them face down, yeah. Okay.
Face down. Yeah, so play them face down and also take your herald and place it on top of that card. Because what we're going to do is, after we reveal and we're resolving our bids, before you take a kingdom card, you'll place your herald on one of these locations. So you're kind of telegraphing your intentions for the round, or you can bluff. Yeah.
All right, where are we putting these guys once we?
Top row.
Oh,
So just on the
okay.
left. Yeah. Cool. All right, and now let's flip over the cards. See what everyone's got. Nice.
Yeah, I bid high. Oh, but
Cool. All right.
pass.
Not high enough.
Okay, so nobility gets to go first. Before you do, take your herald and place it on one of these locations.
Okay. Well, I feel getting this disc is quasi important.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. All right, and so now you can choose to bring that card back or occupy one of these 4 kingdom cards.
Okay. Now the risk is if I do that, somebody can come along and then just steal it from me.
Yeah, in a later round if they bid with a 9
Yeah.
or a 10.
I don't know. I kind of like this the shapeshifter's mirror. So, yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Cool.
So where do I stick it then?
So stick it on your board in one of these 2 kingdom card spaces,
Okay.
and your card will just go underneath like that. Cool.
And then since there's only 2 spots, I'm assuming you can only have 2.
Yes, you can only have 2. If you don't want to have the shapeshifter's mirror next round, then you can replace it with another kingdom card. Yeah, so you don't have to wait for both slots to be filled to replace one. All right, clans.
Okay.
Which
so,
kingdom card are you going to do?
Well, first I need to put this down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it in the wilderness, I guess. And I want the 2 extra cards. That
Cool.
seems pretty good to me.
All right, so
There we go.
oh, I should have bid higher. Okay, I will go. I will go to the harvest field as well. And I won't be taking a kingdom card. It just goes back to my hand.
So, do you mind telling us why you would choose at this point not to take a kingdom card? Because I don't know that I understand the significance of choosing not to take one. Is it because you just don't like the 2 that are out there?
Yeah, pretty much. So if the kingdom cards you don't want them, you can bring your card back, or let's say like you're down hand size to like 4.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a kingdom card would like limit your options as to what cards you can place
Okay.
on the board.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my herald here in the castle. And I will also just recall my card.
All right, so now that happens, the furthest kingdom card to the right gets discarded, and we draw more. Oh, gosh. Okay. All right, so those will bid for next round. Now, we'll place faction markers at regions. Okay. So at this point, I'll probably go through the different locations just so you have an idea of where to bid for. So the top region, the castle and the wilderness. So the castle relates to the councils, and you can take the card that has votes, so that little gavel icon on the bottom left of your card. You can send any card that's active, so any card that's been face up in a region or from your hand into a council. The Council of Secrets, in autumn, you get to place faction markers on a location of your choice. And if you manage to place 5 of them on one location, you get to take that location reward. The Council of Oaths allows you to reclaim your supporters back to your supply. So in winter, your supporters that you play on the map will go to a lost pile, and the only way to get them back is by occupying the Council of Oaths. Right? The Council of Relics, as I said before, will add influence to your Herald reward. So if, let's say you had 2 votes here in the Council of Relics, you'd gain an additional 2 influence if you win a region. And those are the councils. When you govern with the castle, you kick out any cards that are already in the council, including your own. Okay. And the wilderness is the journey location. So when you win the wilderness, you get to choose a card that's from your hand or active, just face up on the map. And you get to journey with them and take law tokens equal to the amount of law on the card. And that's how you get to spend them to gain these side of power cards. The Harvest Field gives you the Kingdom's Favor, and you'll get 3 uses of that. The Battlefield is straight up 2 influence if you win. And the bottom region here is all about hand management. So the Necropolis allows you to draw 3 cards from your discard pile and then place up to 3 cards from your hand back to the discard. And your Shrine allows you to take up to 3 cards that are active and or in your hand and place them in the bottom of your deck. Don't underestimate the importance of this bottom row, because you'll find that you'll attrition very quickly if you don't contest for this. It's a good way to cycle really good cards back into your hand and make sure that all the bad cards are placed at the bottom of your deck, or basically to ensure that you don't attrition at the end of a round. So those are the regions and the locations. So with that said, let's place cards. So you place 1 card face down in each region.
And is this the same thing as with the bidding, that the power of the card is going to determine then who gets to actually use that region?
Yes. So its region is total strength. So your strength will come from the printed strength from your cards.
Okay.
It will come from the strength from your supporters. So each supporter contributes 1 strength to a region. And from kingdom card effects that add strength to regions. Like there's a kingdom card called the Sword That Slept, which adds 5 strength to a region. So it's the total strength.
And what do our heralds do now that we've placed them in regions?
Your heralds will give you influence. They give you 1 influence if you win.
If you win, okay.
If you win, right? And the thing about herald placement is that you can bluff your intentions as to which region you're actually going for. Okay.
Okay.
The only thing is, if you place your herald in a location with another herald, whoever wins that location has the option of stealing influence from another player. And you get to steal 1 influence from another player. So because nobility and gathering are in the harvest field, if we actually had influence, let's just say we played the clash and we did the lowlands first, and I won it. Okay, I gained 1 influence. If nobility wins the harvest field, they will gain 1 influence from their herald, 1 from the location, and they get to steal 1 influence from me. Yep. All right, so the next and last phase of spring is we get to activate spring actions and place supporters on the map. Okay, and we do that in turn order. So I'll take this active player marker, bring it to clans. So clans get to activate any spring actions, but they don't have any because all the tactics are in summer and autumn. If they had a kingdom card that had the little green leaf on it, they could activate it now. So the only thing clans can do is place supporters into regions. And you can place as many as you want, wherever you want. And they'll contribute 1 strength for each supporter to that region.
Let's do that.
So the board up here in it says place heralds, but we've already placed heralds. So
yeah. So that was changed recently.
Oh,
really
okay.
recently.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it used to be heralds place it after your cards, but now they've reverted back to placing it before.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Now, am I going to want to place all my supporters, or should I save some of them?
Well, you can choose to play all of it round 1. It's my favorite way to play clans because you've got New Havens. So you can just bring them back, but probably don't want to use it in round 1.
Yeah.
I think 3 is probably a good safe bet. All right, so next, nobility. So we'll pass the active player marker to nobility. And they have 2 spring actions on their tactics that they can use. as well as placing their supporters.
So are we actually going to go ahead and do tactics the first round? Because you said earlier that we
whoops.
might skip that.
I did, yeah, skip it. Yeah, sorry, we'll do it the second round. So just place your supporters. Cool. And
Unlike clans where I cannot bring them back, it may not be in my best interest to throw all of them out.
yeah. So you're putting 3 as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Uprising.
So you'll quickly learn I am the one who probably picks up games the slowest of everybody here. I literally have no idea what I'm doing so far.
That's okay.
But what is it? What is supporters doing again? I mean, I see
It's-
everybody. We're putting supporters
yeah.
out. I just don't know why.
Adding additional strength into a region.
Okay, all right.
Um,
So
it-
by Nathan having his Herald up here, and then
he'll
also 2 supporters, he currently has 3 power from that.
only 2. Heralds contribute no
No
strength.
power. Okay.
So only
no
give you
strength.
influence if you win. Yeah.
Okay.
Supporters can literally be the difference between winning and losing a region in some cases.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll just do 2 up there for now.
Cool. Interesting. Oh. I have a feeling I'm gonna lose every region. So maybe I'll commit just 1 here. Okay. Cool.
Well, that's assuming we know what we're doing.
Yeah, which again I just said I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oops.
So
Okay. So now with that done, we're
yeah.
going to go into summer. Now the last player in turn order gets to choose which regions we resolve in what order. Okay. So to do that, just take the markers and place them out. So I'm going to do the middle region first.
Okay.
We'll do the top region second and bottom region last. Okay. All right. Let's resolve the first clash. So everybody flip over your cards in the middle region. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So now at this point, we'll go in turn order. If anyone has any summer actions that they want to play, so that would be nobility. If you had cards in the lost pile, you could use that on your 10.
But again, we're not doing tactics this round.
That isn't tactic. That's
That's something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
kingdom cards.
Oh, kingdom cards. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. I've got ambush and retreat on my routes. So I can either add in a card or I can take this card back to my hand as well as my herald and supporter.
Okay.
And I know I'm gonna definitely lose this, so I'm gonna take this back and I'm gonna take that back. I suppose I could leave it there, but take that back as well. Okay, so nobility currently has 12 strength, 10 from the card, 2 from the supporter. So they win this round. All right. So nobility, you get to claim the kingdom favor, and that will go on the top right of your playboard. Cool. You gain 1 influence from the location, which are these little things, and 1 from your herald. Cool.
I think I'm winning, guys.
And that's it.
Nice. Well done.
Cool. All right, we'll do the top region now, and this seems to be heavily contested. Oh, let's see what. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, what's going to happen is clans have played their agent, which means Uprisings 8 will be
Mhm.
eliminated. Okay. But Nobility and Gathering, we've played our supporters, and the text on the bottom of the 5 says that if any supporters are in the region, that card will also get eliminated. Yeah.
Sorry. What was so? Say that again. So I know that this card eliminates mine, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure why.
Because it doesn't have invulnerable. So it doesn't
Got
have
it.
that
Okay.
shield. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so it's gonna go, and then what else is happening?
And at the bottom here, so these 9 effects at the end of the clash,
Mm-hmm.
if there are any supporters that are still active, right? So this 2 and this 4,
Yeah.
they counter these agents here.
Okay.
And so
That
this
means like
card will
all
be
cards
sent
are getting eliminated from this region.
Yeah. Except, so the red and the green will get eliminated.
Yep.
The blue and the purple will stay. However,
Interesting.
Uprising. Oh no, we'll do that next. We'll do the next round. I got excited there. Okay. And yeah, there's nothing. We're not doing anything else. So do that now. Uprising. Your card will go to the lost pile. Just place it down here.
And mine as
All
well.
right, because there's not an actual location on the board for a lost pile, so we just create one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just stack it
Okay.
there.
All of them go into a single deck. I gotcha.
Yeah. Cool. So now this is where things will get interesting, okay, in the final region, but I'll talk about that once we get to it. So the strength, I've got 4 strength, clans have 2, Uprising has 2, Nobility has 3. Okay. So I will win the top region, and I will choose to take the wilderness. So I'll gain 1. And I will journey with this 9. It's got the map icon, which means instead of taking it to the discard, to the lost pile, I can put it into my discard. Right? And it has 1 lore icon on it. So I'll take 1 lore token, place it next to my side of power, and unfortunately, I need at least 2 lore in order to buy anything from this. So I'll just have to wait a little bit. Oops.
I think I have a question, but I think it's going to actually be answered in the next region. So
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll do the final region. Wow. Oh, okay. Right. So we have 2 followers, all right, which means Uprising's agent is going to be eliminated,
Right.
but my 6 is also going to be eliminated because I don't have invulnerable on it. Okay. Before we do that, though, what you said,
Okay.
we'll have to do if anyone wants to activate any day actions, so summer actions. And Nobility has the Shapeshifter's Mirror, which allows them to copy any card in here. Okay, so they can copy. Let's check. Oh no, it's one of your. Hang on. Yeah, any card. So it doesn't have to be their own card, right? So if they wanted, they could copy this agent and its traits and strength will be, or just its traits. Yeah, its traits will be applied to its one, right? So if nobility chooses to activate their kingdom card, they can copy this 5 and give their 1 deadly as well, if they want. But it probably won't do anything because Uprising already has their agent here, and they're already going to eliminate my 6.
So yeah, there's no point in doing anything with that.
Yeah. Okay, so no more actions. So let's just go ahead and do the elimination. So Uprisings will go to the lost pile. Mine will also go to the lost pile. Okay. And Clans wins the bottom region with 5.
Okay. Move up to 3. So my options are take one of the
Yeah,
the
you
region
get to
abilities.
choose. Yeah. So you'll first gain, let's give you 1 influence,
Yeah.
and you get to choose. Now you can't activate the Necropolis because
Yep.
you don't have any cards in your discard. But with the Shrine, you can take up to 3 cards that are either active on the board
Yep.
or from your hand and place them to the bottom of your deck.
Now, if I don't do that at the end of the turn, everything on the board goes to my discard.
Yes.
So I might as well do that. I'll put these, and I'll keep the ones I have in my hand. I can is up to 3, right?
Yeah, up to 3.
I don't want to put it on discard.
Cool.
So while Nathan's doing that, my question that I had did not get answered on this. What happens if there's a tie in the region?
When there's a tie, the tie players will go in turn order, and you decide whether you want to start another clash or contest another clash.
So it's just adding another card.
Yeah, you'll add a card face down, and then the player after you in turn order will decide whether they want to start a new clash or whether they want to contest a new clash as well, and they can choose not to. Yeah, it's worth noting that whenever there's a tie, so we all know I've got my 10. It's fine. Let's say we tied in the middle region here, nobility and gathering. If there was a tie, nobility's supporter strength would not contribute to the new clash. It's just for the first one, right? Cool. Okay, moving on to Autumn. So, we'll start with clans. Now, in Autumn, you can activate any Autumn actions that you have. So, from round 2, you'll be able to use your tactics and activate those. Or you can govern or journey. So, governing and journeying is effectively like taking the castle and wilderness location rewards. Okay. When you journey, just take a card from your hand and move it either to the lost pile or discard pile and gain lore for your site. If you govern, you just add a card to one of these councils. Okay.
So I can, if I want, I can journey with this one, and it would go to my discard because it has the map.
Yeah.
So I get 1 journey.
So you gain 1 lore.
1 lore, rather.
And you can choose to take the Wandering Embassy or save that lore for better cards.
I'll save it for better cards.
Cool. And you can also choose to govern if you want as well.
Okay.
So yeah, so the lines in between these actions here are not ors, they're And ors.
And ors, yeah.
Okay, got it.
I don't think I want to govern right now.
Okay. It'll just say these, your 3 supporters. If you do govern into the middle council there, you can choose to gain supporters back equal to the number of votes that you have there.
Okay.
Otherwise, they'll just go to the lost pile and you'll have to send cards to.
Yeah, but all I have left is my
Ooh, okay, you've got 1 card.
yeah, my 10. I don't know if I want to use that for that.
Okay. Cool. So next player. Nobility. Since you don't have any autumn actions that we're doing this round, you can either govern or you can journey.
And Evan, if you're talking, I don't know if you are or not, but you might be muted. Just checking.
I was just making audible noises as I was thinking. Now, any cards that you use up for the council, they just kind of chill
They-
out there until
Yeah, they
later.
sit there until they're removed through the castle. So if one player wins the castle and they'll take a castle, they'll kick all the cards there out. Or if
And
you have a
we're-
kingdom card that lets you swap cards out. Cards that are kicked out of councils will go to their players' discard piles.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask. So
Yeah.
I'm going to govern then.
Nice. Cool.
With that.
Yeah. And then now that you've got votes in here, you can activate that council if you want.
Also, I can do that immediately.
Yeah, you can activate any autumn card, any autumn
Okay.
abilities anytime.
So then I'm going to, since it has 2 votes, I'm going to steal these 2 and send them back home here.
Cool. All right.
And that's all I'm going to do.
Cool. All right. Uprising.
But I'll be right back.
So same thing that he just did. I get to choose now to govern and or journey. All right, let's see what we got going here. And like Nathan did a moment ago, if I choose to journey and I play a card that has the map, it goes into my discard.
Cool.
And it has a single lore symbol on it, which means I gain just 1 of these little influency tokens.
Yep. So those tokens will add to allow you to buy cards from your side of power.
Right, which right now I don't have enough because all of mine are 2 or more.
I was going to say, I forgot Evan played his 10, and his 10
okay.
has Rally, right? So Rally lets you bring a card that's active back to your hand, and 10s can only use that action on themselves.
Well, it would be silly not to bring it back to my hands.
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to draw that back to his hand. So then, because I journeyed, do I also have the option to go ahead and govern
Yes.
as well?
Yes, you can do both. You can choose none.
Okay. Now these the 2 council things up here that have the autumn symbol on it, those would activate immediately. This other one does not have an autumn symbol, so it would not.
No.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So the thing with journey, govern, and doing autumn actions is you can do them in any order you want. So you don't. Generally, it's a good idea to activate these councils after you govern, just so you have more votes when you go through them. And I'll show you what I mean when I take my turn as well.
Then I will just go ahead and pass on to you.
All right, so I'm going to journey with my 10 and gain 1. I'm going to immediately spend the 2 law that I've got for bringer of the word. So I'll take that into my hand. And because it's got 1 vote, I can govern into a council. Yeah. Now, it has an autumn ability, which means if this card is in a council, I can place a faction marker on any other council, including the one I placed it in. And it contributes 1 vote. Each marker contributes 1 vote. So I'll take one of these and place it here. So now I have 1 vote from my card, 1 vote from my marker. So now when I activate Council of Secrets, I can place 2 faction markers because they're equal to the number of votes here. So I'll activate Council of Secrets and I'll place okay, yeah. So I get to place 2 markers. So I'll place 2 up into the wilderness. Okay. Now, if I have managed to get 5 markers in the wilderness, I get to claim that location in autumn. And is there anything else? No, so I've journeyed, governed, taken that action, done. All right, and now we're moving into winter. So this is just cleanup. So all active cards that are still on the board go to your discard pile. Your heralds return back to your player boards. And any supporters still on the map will just be put down here in the lost pile. Yeah, cool. We advance the marker to round 2 and we go to start of the year. Cool. So now draw up to your hand size, and that's good. Everybody's still on 6.
I get 2 additional because of my king secret.
Yep.
So I need to draw.
And then you get to move 2 cards to the bottom of your deck.
Okay. Those would have to come from my hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. There was one more thing I forgot to do that I wanted to show you guys, but I'll show it to you at the end of this round. And that's deploying your war machines. I briefly touched on it at the start, but essentially in autumn, any cards that have the deploy action, you get to place them down next to a region sideways to activate for the next round. Cool. All right, and then we decide on turn order. So we look at whoever has the most influence. That would be nobility. Uprising will go last, and tied players will switch positions on the track. So Clans was ahead of me last round. We're tied now, and so we'll switch positions, so I'm ahead of him. Okay, well, let me put these markers back. Okay, so That means Uprising will get to determine the order of the clashes. And now we move on to Kingdom cards. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Kingdom cards. We have Propaganda Advisor, which lets you choose the order of the turn order track. Forged Royal Pardons lets you move a card from your discard pile to your hand. And Midnight Market allows you to take someone else's tactics. But it has to be exhausted. Okay. So if someone took this Kingdom card, they couldn't activate it because no one has used their tactics yet. Exhausted tactics are just flipped over. That's a really powerful one.
So tactics are almost just like a one use then.
Yeah, just a one use. I think I'm not sure if this is the only Kingdom card that can allow you to like flip it back over or use tactics again. Okay, so now let's choose to bid. And now in this round, these Kingdom cards on the play boards can now be stolen if you've got higher strength. And I've got really bad cards. Let's see. So there are currently 2 agents in the lost pile, which means Blue Oil Bell is pretty good for Clansman Rising. So everyone happy with their cards?
Yep.
All right, let's
I think so.
turn over. Cool. Wow. Okay.
He
Uprising.
really wants a card.
He really wants a card. Uprising's turn to go first.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and take that Blue Hour Bell.
Nice. Yep. And don't forget to place your herald as well.
Yep. That'll go underneath. Oh, yeah, so the Herald. I place that. That's right. You know what? Let's go down here to the battlefield. And then the card that I use that goes underneath.
Yep.
This card over here. Yep. So
There we go.
there we go.
Okay.
All right, clans.
So I'm going to take this one to be able to move things from my discard.
Interesting.
And, oh, this is going to go back up here again.
Now, I can't remember if you said, but if someone steals a card from you, the supporter that was underneath it, do they go in the loss pile or your discard?
They go back into your hand.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it works the same as if you replace one of your own kingdom cards. That card that was occupying will go back to your hand.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to take the Midnight Market.
Oh no! I was hoping
Because
you
I
would
ha-
take the other one.
I had a feeling that you were probably eyeing it up. We're going to go here with that.
Oh. Okay, I will.
What's that?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll contest up here. I'll take this one back to my hand. Okay, and now we move on to placing cards. Oh, wow. Okay. All the best kingdom cards are coming out.
Okay. Holy crap, Nathan, you flew through that.
It's almost as if I know what I'm doing.
Okay, I hope this works.
So just as a reminder, for the flanking, if it's down and revealed, I can move it.
But it has to be moved to an unresolved region. So,
Okay.
yeah. All right, we all good? Oh, Peter, before you do that, that will do in summer. So yeah, we'll just wait until all of the spring actions are done.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
That may influence your decision. All right, so nobility. Whoops. We'll go first and take any number of their spring actions.
Okay. That's
So
spring action or placing supporters out, right?
yeah. So you've got your Kingdom's Favor. Can't really do your Kingdom card, but you do have access to your 2 tactics now.
And then I could also do my special ability since I have the disc.
Yep.
So I'll
Yep.
do that.
And you get one of
To-
those options.
I'll make sure my air. Oh wait, what's the shield again? That protects.
Yeah, invulnerable.
Invulnerable. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that just to be safe, because
All right.
then I will place out some supporters.
What did I put? Oh,
No, I'll just do 2. Okay. I'm good.
cool. All right. Next is going to be me. Hmm. I will. Oh, I don't have that. I got here. Okay, I need to be safe. And I will also place 2 supporters here. Cool. And then next it's clans.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And will you use your kingdom card?
Oh, yes.
Action.
So I'll get that into my hand.
Cool. All right.
There's no
I got
cost.
Uprising.
All right, so I will go ahead and place out a couple of these as well. And I will go ahead and use my tactic. And again, if I use a tactic, do we discard the tactic or
Just flip it over to show that
just
it's been
flip it
used.
over? So I will be using false orders.
Oh no.
Choose an opponent and swap the position of 2 of their faction cards at regions. It says you may repeat this with any number of opponents. So does that mean like I could actually do that with all
Everyone.
the opponents?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, because it's a little confusing because at first it's choose an opponent. So I just start with one opponent, and then if I want to, I could do that with the other opponents as well.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
Peter's causing chaos.
That's pretty much the goal, I think. So choosing clans first. I'm gonna move these 2 cards.
How'd I know that's what you were gonna do?
And looking at Nathan,
Um,
he's not happy with you right now, Peter.
And let's see. I will then also move these 2 cards here. I feel like this is the first time I'm doing anything slightly maybe right, but we'll see what happens.
Well, you're making people
Well,
unhappy,
people are
so I
groaning.
think you're doing
It
things
is.
right.
Oh,
Well, joke's on you, Peter, because I don't remember what I put anywhere. So
I was gonna say,
move
and
them
I
around.
actually think I'm gonna leave Evans where they're at.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that. So then I flip that tactic over because it's been used.
Yeah.
And I've already placed my supporters, and so
Okay.
I think that is it for me.
Okay. Well, at least you didn't use night raids. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I thought about that one as well, but
No.
so
Okay. So now we're gonna move to summer, and Peter, you get to choose the order that will resolve the regions.
right. So I'm going to choose this to resolve first.
I'll say with the turn structure as you have this, once you get people that really know the game seems like it would move fairly quickly.
No.
No?
He's like, no, it doesn't.
Like my games on CCS take a long time, because I find that like once you know the cards and what you're doing, you're thinking of the combos, and just making sure you can do everything as much as you can on your turn.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's resolve. So top region, interesting. Oh. All right, so we'll move in turn order. So nobility can activate any of their summer actions. So they've got the ones on their ruse. And they
All right,
can
and
also
then
shapeshifter's mirror.
so ambush just lets me put out a different card.
Yep.
Right.
Retreat lets me just pull that right back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the retreat also allows the supporters and stuff to come back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do anything?
I'm the only one that put any strength in there, but that could change.
Now, as I'm thinking, because I can't remember, am I allowed to look at my other ones just to refresh myself, or is that
No, you
you're
can
not
look at your.
allowed to?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ambush.
All right.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So place that face down. You can place it on top of your ruse.
So face down on the roots.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Will you do anything else?
Not in this region, no.
Okay. All right. Now, uprising. No, it's me. I will
Yep.
not do anything. Clans.
Now, I could use my ability to pull my supporters into this clash, but I think he played his 10, and which would mean he won. So I will not.
Cool.
So
And
which ability would that have been?
It's
That
one
would
of
have
my
been his
tactics.
tactic.
Oh, one of your
Oh, I
tactics
have-
down there. Okay, I see it. Okay.
I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
This could matter if I would have done anything else. So I play the ambush. This card goes face down.
Mhm.
My shapeshifter's mirror. When that card flips up, could I use that then, or do I have to declare I'm using it now in that spot?
No, you can use it when you're when it gets flipped. So like
Okay.
your summer actions, like the day actions, yeah, they apply for like the whole day phase of the clash.
Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of just pick and choose when I want to use it then.
Yeah.
Okay. But I guess that makes sense, because then if he commits something else in there, I could be like, well, then I could do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So then Nathan, you said you weren't doing anything?
Nope. I've done nothing.
All right. Then I will be retreating with my ruse card. And so I just put that back in my hand,
Mm,
correct?
yep.
Okay. All right.
Cool, cool. Okay, so nobility, reveal to us what you have.
Oh,
A 9.
Which at that point, then I would want to trigger my shapeshifter's mirror to get the kill ability on this guy to then kill Nathan's guy.
And mine as well, because mine's not invulnerable.
Right.
I mean, you could have. It would. I suppose it wouldn't have mattered because you could have added that shapeshifter's mirror to the ruse, and
True.
it still would have had the
Oh,
same
yeah.
effect. Yeah.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that would be true. Well, what's done is done.
Might have changed what Peter did as far as what he played.
But, yeah, what's done is done. It's fine.
Yeah.
That is just brutal.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Nobility takes the castle. Or if you want to take the castle, you can also choose to take the wilderness. But you won't get your herald reward.
Right.
Okay, so I might as well. I think I'm okay not getting the Herald reward. I think I should have put it on this side. Because I kind of want to journey, but then governing with one card that's out in play. He's only worth 1. Yeah, I'll journey with the guy that's active right here.
Cool.
So that'll get me one of the scrolls thingies. Like that.
Yep. And then
Okay.
this card will go to your discard pile because you're journeying with it. Yeah. All right. Bottom region. Oh dear. Oh, that uprising play just really screwed me over.
Yeah.
Okay, so I should say I'm not sure about shape systems, you know. Activation. All right, anyone want to do? Oh, I suppose I'll go second. I am going to ambush in.
So does Evan do anything on this one, or?
I have no abilities left.
Oh, you have no abilities. Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I can only do my mirror
Your
once.
shapeshifter
So
thing once. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so I'm ambushing in. If clans want to do anything, they can.
Nope.
no guts, Nathan. No guts. I thought you were all about the risky play.
No.
Okay, uprising. Do you guys want to do anything?
I think so. The only day ability that I have here is I have the safe houses, but it says setup. Place 3 markers here.
yeah.
I don't know what that is.
So you've got your 3 faction markers on the bottom of that card.
Okay.
You spend one of them and it will give your 4 retreat, so you can bring it back to your hand if you want.
Because if I don't do that, it's going to end up going to my discard at the end of the round?
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm okay with it going to my discard, so I'm not going to worry about that. But that would be the only thing I would have as an option, so that would be the end of it for me, so...
So you're not using this?
I'm not. I don't think I'm doing anything now.
All right, cool. I will reveal, and I've got an agent. So the 6 and the 10 get eliminated. My agent will also get eliminated.
But the 10, because it has that helmet thing, it goes to my discard?
Yep. Which means uprising means this clash.
Okay. So I choose between the shrine and the necropolis. I gain 1 influence either way.
Mm-hmm.
Put that down there. Move up to 3 cards that are active or in your hand to the bottom of the deck in any order, or shuffle your discard pile and draw up to 3 cards. You may discard any number of cards from your hand. All right, so shuffle your discard pile and draw up to 3 cards. You may discard any number of cards from your hand. Okay, I will go ahead and do the necropolis action then.
Cool.
Oh, I should have got a crown for winning this top region then.
Oh, I did. Oh yeah, you didn't take one. Okay, yeah, you should be on 3.
So let's put those
Ooh.
over there.
Wait.
What's up?
Okay, so with Necropolis,
Yes.
just turn over your discard pile, shuffle it, and draw from here. Because in the case of, like, let's say if you had more than 2 cards, the other cards that you don't draw will just stay in your discard pile. Yeah. So those will just go.
I don't think I understand. Sorry. So I flip over the discard and then I shuffle them.
Yeah, and then just draw them straight into your hand. So don't put them onto your draw deck.
Oh, I misunderstood. I am drawing from the discard pile.
Yeah.
Not from my deck. Okay, I misunderstood what that action was doing. I apologize. I thought when you shuffle your discard pile, normally in a lot of games, that means it goes to your draw deck. But I'm not going to my draw deck. Move up to 3 cards that are actively in your hand. Then that might actually change what I'm doing here. Because there's only 2 cards in my discards. So, so I'm actually going to change that. I apologize. I'm going to do the shrine action then, now that I understand what's actually happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to move up to 3 cards that are active and or in my hand to the bottom of my deck in any order. So I will go ahead and flip that and flip that. And I'm going to put that one there, that one there, and I'll put those at the bottom of my deck.
Cool. Yeah, so I would say with the Necropolis action and the discard, so all of these, everyone's discard pile is open information. So you can check and see what cards people have. Yeah, okay, so last region. Let's flip. Whoa. Okay.
Nathan?
Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
Cool. So, oh, okay. This is good.
Okay.
This is good. Okay, I'm going to burn out beyond the lights. Swap these two. And ambush in.
So burnout beyond the lights was one of your tactics.
Yeah, so I get to
Okay.
swap 2 of my active cards.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I use that. That's flipped. Clans. I guess the only other one is Uprising, if you want to use your safe houses or not.
Just because you seem to be really happy about this ability that you're using, I will go ahead and give my card the retreat ability. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so now that card will go back to your hand.
Okay. And then what do I do with the uprising marker?
We can just stack it on there. Cool. Good. All right, so I'll flip that over, and there's my 8.
Yep.
Cool. I will take. Yeah, I will take the Kingdom's Favor from ability. Cool. And now we move over to Autumn. So starting with an ability, they have the House Endures tactic, and they've got access to this action.
Well, step 1, I will do the Council of Oaths to get my 2 supporters back. So it'd be dumb to leave them out hanging. And then, so since I activated that, I could do the House Endorse, flip that, get your guy out of Council Secrets. And if I'm reading that right, then move my guy that's already up there back to my hand, and then I'll get a scroll.
Yeah.
But I already got the benefit because I already used it, so
Mhm.
I might as well.
Yeah.
So I'll flip that. He comes back to my hand.
This card has a special text on it that means if it's removed from a council, it goes to the lost pile.
Then I get a scroll thing.
And you can still govern and journey as well.
Now, when can you spend your scrolls to buy cards?
Anytime you gain one. Right. So you just took back your trader, which has 2 law on it. So you could journey with that, gain 2 law, and then you'll have more to spend.
Yeah, which that's what I was kind of thinking. I'm going to journey with the.
All right, so that will go to the lost pile.
Lost pile. That gets me 4, but I'm going to buy then the Queen long ago.
Good play.
And then does that go in the discard or my hand?
Straight to your hand.
Okay.
And it's got an effect on it that says when you claim it, you can move 3 cards from the lost pile or your discard pile into each one of the councils. So you've got your 9 here, and you can effectively put that trader back into a council.
Which I'm going to put the trader back into the council. I think I'm going to put them on the Council of Secrets,
Mm-hmm.
and then activate that. I'm going to drop the 2 on the Necropolis.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really about it that I can
So
do.
you can. I know the wording's a little bit confusing on that card, but you can add 2 more cards to the councils. So it's populate
I could
these
just
2 as
fill it.
well. So you've got your 9 here, and you've also got a 6 in the lost pile that you can put in.
Well, I might as well stick. Oh, I don't want the whole pile. I might as well stick him right there.
And the 9 as well, or are you going to leave that?
I'm gonna move him right there.
Cool. Nice. Now you can still govern as well. Because you haven't used that this turn.
Oh, I could still do that. So I think I'm actually going to use the Queen then to govern for.
Oh.
Well, I put it in the wrong pile. Yep.
Well, then are you going up here?
Yep, right there onto the Council of Secrets,
All
so
right.
I can drop.
Yeah, we'll just say that you governed before you activated that ability.
Now, will that let me drop 2 more of those down on the?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with these abilities, same as with the Shapeshifter's Mirror and your tactics, you can only use them once in a round. So that's why I said we'll just say like you decided to govern into this before you activated that council. So you've got 4.
Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense then.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So an ability, if they still have votes in the Council of Secrets, they will get to activate Necropolis in autumn next round. Cool. And that's it. Okay, so on to me. I'm really not happy about that, losing my 0 card. Because I was gonna use Ritual Sacrifice to get a whole bunch of lore for that. So I can't do anything really. So I will deploy. I will deploy up to the top region here. Deploy my war machine. So yeah, any cards that have deploy on them, whether it's printed on the card or if you gain it through a kingdom card ability, you'll deploy it in autumn.
And what happens with that deployed card later, I guess? So
So
in spring it readies?
yeah, and so you flip, rotate. Now it's active in that region and it'll contribute its strength.
So he has 5.
on top of whatever other card you play there later?
Yes. Which makes it really nuts if nobility have both of their war machines out in one region. And then they also play School of the Streets, and then they've just stacked tons of strength in one region. Cool. So that's all I'm going to be doing. And so it's on to clans.
Okay, so if I want to try to govern, I have to have a higher number card than him, or how did that work?
No. Strength does not matter in councils. You're just looking at the number of votes on the bottom left.
So I have to have more votes than him to try to govern somewhere.
No, you just need to have
Okay.
a vote. Yeah. So like
Yeah, you're not competing against each other there.
Okay.
yeah, you're not competing.
So I'm gonna do this for govern, which gets me 2 supporters back. And then I'm gonna. Oh, I have to do. Oh, yeah, I can do those in any order. That's right. So then I'm gonna journey with this one. Where did it disappear to? Oh, it's right down here. So I get 1 more of these, but I'm going to spend the 2 that I have now to get this 11 card.
Which goes to your hand. Nice.
And then I'm going to activate this Occupy Kingdom card.
River Runners. Okay, so you can take any kingdom card from nobility or uprising. Oh,
So this one goes away, right?
yep.
And
That
this-
7 will go back to your hand.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
And then I have to play a card under there, right?
Yep, from your hand.
Didn't even get to use it.
I know, and I'm going to use mine.
But Peter gets that back, his card at least.
He does get his
Yeah,
turn.
that was the downside to that. He gets his 10 back.
Remember, Peter, who did that to you?
Oh,
Get
trust me, I'm not going to forget that one.
So that means I can
Okay.
get all my guys back from.
Yep. You'll get all of yours from there.
Oh, there's. Oops.
Yeah, this game can be incredibly mean at times.
And Nathan doesn't need any encouragement in that realm, so
And they go where? They
that's
go
how he plays any game.
Yes,
Nathan
I,
finds a way to be mean in Obsession, which is one of the nicest games possible.
What?
Oops. Oh, well, this is what I'm looking at.
That's
What
possible.
does it do? Choose any number of.
So it goes either to the top or bottom of your deck in any order.
Oh, what's it doing? It fell.
Cool.
And then I have to choose an opponent. Move one of their cards from the lost pile to the bottom of their deck. And I can choose a card, I guess.
This is where you be nice to Peter and let him take his agent back.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't like any of these agents in here. They're mostly purple.
Yeah.
It's only purple and red in here.
That's very good that they're mostly purple.
Yeah, it's good for me. I get to pull off more of my tactics.
But I can choose if it goes to
abilities
the
and stuff.
bottom of the
Yeah, bottom or top.
bottom or top. Okay. I will actually. I think I'll give you back your 0 and put it on the top of your deck.
Sweet. Cool. Alright, so now the end of this kingdom card says discard this card. So that's only one time use.
Yeah.
I'll go up
Yeah, and I get my card back
there.
then.
And you get your card back.
Back into my hand.
Cool. Great play. And now up to Uprising to govern and or journey.
Get him, Peter. Get him.
Well, I wish I had, anything to really do. But
You wish
that's
you had
all
the
right.
thing I stole?
Well, yeah, that was definitely my one thing that I might have been able to do. I might have one other thing.
Well, you made it so I didn't win any battles this round, so.
Yeah, I don't really feel too bad about that.
That's a you problem, Nathan.
So I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna deploy this card out.
Cool. I'll just move it to
Wherever's best for that. So I did that. That's the only autumn thing that I've got going. And then I will journey
Okay.
with that, and I will then spend it and the one other lore token that I've got to also go ahead and grab my 11 into my hand.
Cool.
And I think that's it for me. So,
Okay. All right, that's it. Now we clean up. We go to round 3.
oh, actually, sorry, I apologize.
Oh. Did you
the-
want to govern?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and utilize that 11 to govern.
Sure.
Because it gives me 2, and that would allow me to get my 2 supporters back. Correct?
Yes.
So, because otherwise I'm down to just 1 supporter left. So, all right, yep, that is it for me though.
Cool. So clean up all your active cards. Go to your discards. Supporters come back.
So this will have to get edited out real quick because I know it's 9:40-ish right now, and I've missed 2 phone calls from my family who are traveling right now in West Virginia, and I need to give them a call back. I don't know what you guys want to do for that. If you guys just want to keep playing without me, or if you want to wait. I have no idea how long the phone call is going to take, but I want to check and make sure nothing's wrong.
I think we can wait. We can't hear Evan.
I got to use the restroom anyway, so that kind of works out. So
Okay, so yeah, we'll take a quick break, and then hopefully this won't take too long.
Cool.
All right, be right back.
Okay. So how many points does it often happen in the game?
It depends on player count. You can go up to 20 or above. Usually it's like you'll end up between like mid-teens to 20 influence. There's a lot of passive influence gained through kingdom cards, and like I said, with like your side of powers and stuff like that. All factions, I think, all factions have the ability to like gain passive influence. I think in a 2-player game, I got thrashed, and my opponent got 36 influence.
Wow.
And I got 14. He was doing the Corsairs rush strat.
Yeah.
And I think he got like 8 influence or 11 just from Corsairs.
Wow.
So yeah, the Kickstarter build, it used to like the game would end once a player got up to 20 influence, or 15 influence in a 3 to 4 player game. In 2 players, it was 20.
Mm.
But yeah, it can go a lot. In the solo mode, I played as nobility, and I managed to use up all of the available influence tokens in the mod. I got up to like 64.
Wow.
And that was just from stacking, like using the nobility's abilities to just stack the council of coins. So when you just like have 10 votes in here, that's an extra 10 influence each
Yeah.
round potentially. So yeah, how's it going? It's all good? Pretty
Yeah. I don't think I'm
faithful
winning.
to it.
Gonna win, but I'll
Cool.
do all right.
Yeah, it's quite. I guess it's really. I know it's still early. Like we've only played 2 rounds, but sometimes you do get players that will pull ahead quite quickly, quite early on. But this seems to be like it'll be a close game.
Yeah, the first turn felt a little clunky as we're kind of feeling things out, but
Mm.
after that, it really smooths out
Yeah.
quite well.
I was gonna say with like the point of this game is like just finding all of the combos and kind of like building your deck with your unique side of power factions, which is probably the exciting part of the game, to be honest. And we've got like the best kingdom cards out here all at once. So did you have any more questions, Evan? Anything?
Not currently. I know this round I'm going to take a hurting because I can't draw up to my hand limit. So
Yeah. So you and I will both attrition because I've got no cards in my hand, and I've only got 5 in my deck.
but I figure probably doing that once in a game is not bad.
It's not bad. You want to like try and keep a hand of 6 as much as possible, or a hand of 5 to the end. Yeah, if you get down to 4 or 3, then you're in real trouble. It wasn't the case in like the Kickstarter build and before that. Attrition wasn't so bad, and there were more effects where you could increase your hand size, effectively like up to 10. But because of the change to the Great Road used to be resolved in autumn. Now it's in spring, and because of that, you're committing a card before you place down your cards. So less cards to play. So attrition is much more prominent in this game.
Well, that
it used to
leads
be.
to one question. Oh, are you everything good, Peter?
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
everything's good. This game's like 6 rounds, right?
Yeah,
Okay. I definitely don't think I'm going to be able to stay up late enough to do 6 rounds at the rate that we're going. I just wanted to check with everything. So
Yeah.
Which I figure we probably get one more in, and I think that kind of gets us a good feel of where this game's going to go. And
yeah,
okay, as long as that's okay with you guys. I
Yeah.
don't want to stop you guys from playing. So if you want to keep going, definitely. I just don't think I'll be able to make it 6 rounds. So
yeah.
but I did have a question for you.
Mhm.
So in the event that you do have less cards in your hand,
Mm.
say you have a hand limit of 3,
Mhm.
and you're committing 1 to the Great Road, and you only have 2.
Yeah, in
So
that
you-
situation, you couldn't do that because you have to play 3 cards at Regent.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're down to a hand size of 3 and you've only got 3 cards in your hand, you cannot take another kingdom card.
oh, interesting.
Or
Yeah, you just
unless,
can't bid.
well, you can, yeah, you'll have to bid, but you,
You just
I
can't
guess-
take a card.
Yeah, I guess it depends whether you've already got kingdom cards on your board. Because
Oh, I get because you would
if
pull
you
one
take
back.
one, it'll pull one back. Yeah. If you didn't have any, then yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so we're starting round 3. So everybody's got to draw up to their hand size.
Okay.
All right, and
Uh,
then as we were discussing here, you and I have to take attrition. So
Yeah,
how does that work now?
So you will draw your 4 cards, and then just turn your wheel down to 5.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. You suffer attrition, and then flip over your discard pile, shuffle it, and that forms your new deck.
And then I just take it right over.
Yeah, take it right over.
So I'm sorry. What caused you guys to attrition down to 5?
We couldn't draw up to our hand size of 6. So if you
Oh,
can't,
you
yeah,
you didn't have enough cards to get to 6. I gotcha.
yeah. Yeah, this round's gonna be tough. Okay. All right, now we determine turn order. So nobility. First, I'm second. Clans and uprising will swap because they're tied. So clans
Yay, I'm
will
not
decide.
last.
Okay,
tied for last.
before we bid on these kingdom cards, these are some really powerful ones. So Ruined Citadel, I think it will halve each opponent's total strength in a particular region. Running up, Assassin's Guild gives your heir deadly and retreat, but it also makes it susceptible to followers as well. So it's basically like you turn your heir into an agent. But if you do manage to eliminate one or more cards, you'll gain an influence. Grand Tourney, basically, if someone activates it, we all take a card from our hand, place it down. Whoever has the highest strength will get to claim any location reward. If there are any cards with the same number strength, they will get discarded.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, and any cards that weren't discarded will go back to players' hands. So very powerful. This one, Old Locks and Dams, very good for this round because we have 2 deployed cards. So whoever takes this gets to move potentially the deployed cards back to the player's hands.
Got it.
And I have a feeling I'm not going to win anything. So let's just bid and hope for the best.
Man.
All right, let's flip over. Oh,
Now, I'm going to use my tactic of martial law.
ooh. Cool. Yeah.
So, after everyone's revealed, all opponent's strength this round is 0.
Mm-hmm. Nice. You played it with a low card as well. All right, so now what will happen is nobility will go first, and then we'll go in turn order to resolve, because everyone else is 0.
I'm sorry, Peter, for being mean to you.
Hey, it's worse.
Nathan, I'm not sorry to you.
That is the game.
That is the game.
I'm going to take the Ruined Citadel.
Right, okay, so here You'll place it now into any one of these regions, but you have to discard your 3.
Um,
Nice.
I'm gonna drop it here.
Yep. And don't forget your herald as well.
So that was one of your spring abilities, Evan.
What I'm
Martial law
or-
doesn't have a timing.
Oh,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a timing thing. Okay,
yeah, it's this one right here.
interesting. Okay.
I feel is appropriately used when there are really good cards out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's how it
makes
is.
sense.
Cool. All right, and the 3, we'll just put that into your discard pile. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm next. um, I won't. Okay, hang on. I will place this into the castle. Yes. I will take old locks and dams, just so Uprising can't take it from me. Okay, so now we do Uprising.
All right. Um. I am actually just going to go ahead and place my faction, or place my my thing, Herald. Throw Herald over here into the battlefield, and I'm going to choose to go ahead and keep my card actually, and I'm just going to put it back in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna take this Assassin's Guild. I'm gonna put my here.
Cool. All right, so Grand Tony gets discarded. Ooh. Hang on, what have we got here? Okay. What do we get?
Is it still spring?
Yes.
Technically? So if
Yeah.
I wanted to use a spring tactic, I could do that?
No, that
Or no?
happens.
That
in
happens
the
over
back.
here?
Yeah.
Got
last
it.
step.
Okay. Got it.
Cool. So we get KT's Endless Library gives your cards that have exactly 1 law an extra 1. Emboldened Brigands add strength when you're stealing Kingdom cards. Adventuring Party, all your cards gain the map icon. And Airship Docks, whenever your cards are removed from the council, they go into your hand instead of your discard. So yeah, those are the next rounds. Okay, now we're going to place cards. Oh dear. Now we'll go into spring actions. So, starting with nobility. Any spring actions?
Probably a few here. All right, let me double check. So I'm going to go a little heavy-handed this round.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also going to use my School of Stones. So they're all bigger.
Mm-hmm. So he's got 4 strength in the middle region, 4 strength in the top region, just from his supporters.
Wow.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And was that it?
Yeah, because I can't use the other one because I don't have an active war machine. So
Okay. All right, on to me. I will activate Moonlit Forages. So I get to shuffle the Kingdom discard and choose one. Or choose 5 and then pick from those. There's 5 in here. So I'm immediately going to take Blue Hour Bell.
it's a very popular one right now.
And occupy it with the only card left in my hand. Oh wait, hang on. Where did this 9 come from? Where did that 9 come from?
I thought you drew the 9 out of your draw deck.
I only had a 2.
In your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought the 9 came out of your draw deck just now. But
Okay. So that's flipped. This card gets discarded. That comes back to my hand. I think I will. Yeah, that's. I think I'll have to go up here. Whoops. And that will be my turn. Alright, Uprising. Oh, sorry, I'm going to do this. And just realized I discarded this for no reason because I didn't use the ability.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I just realized. So the Panopticon.
Panopticon.
I could use that. I could use that for my Herald too. I thought it was just for a war machine.
No, it's also for your Herald, but it would be. I mean, it's up to you, but it's just better if you have your Herald. I mean, your war machines in play.
Yeah. I don't think I need it, but
Cool. All right, Uprising.
Let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and go on some night raids.
Nice.
So all opponents must discard 2 cards of their choice from their hand. So you both only have 2 or 1, so you both have to lose all your cards.
Ooh. Well done.
So that is utilized.
Stop some
the
trickiness
only,
from going on.
The only other one I got here in my spring would be School of the Streets, which would give my heir the stabby stab for this round. What's the second part of School of the Streets?
So
What
when
is-
your heir eliminates, or basically if you activate this,
Yeah.
if any of your cards that have the knife eliminates, then you'll gain 1 influence and 1 law.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Let me double check real quick some stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and activate this this round. No, what? No.
I was like,
yeah.
oh no, what has he got
Okay.
planned? What is
All right.
gonna happen?
So how do I? So I know I normally flip a tactic over. How do I remind myself that this is happening?
Let's place it. We usually just place the tactic next to the board.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just to show it's in play.
It's active. All right, and then I will go ahead and do the same thing you did here, which is I'm going to activate this card.
Good.
It's there. And then that should be. Oh no! And then my supporters. So let's go ahead and drop a supporter here. And supporter here. I gotta remember he's got 4 up here. It's a lot.
You screwed up my end of round planning, Peter.
Yeah, never mind. Let's do both of these down here, and then just the one down here. Okay.
All right, now do
Okay.
clans.
Putting 2 supporters up here. Do I want to? Which card do I want to pull back?
Oh yeah, he's still got Watch Pardons.
Pull back my 11 or my 10? I'll pull back this card. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, and
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
it.
So let's go to summer. All right, clans, you get to choose the order.
okay. Well, yeah, I'll do it this way. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think I'll just resign from this round now. Okay, let's top region. Let's go. Oh. Okay, nobilities on 14. Clans is on 11, and I am also on 11.
Oops, sorry.
So, does anyone want to activate any summer actions?
I don't have anything to do.
We'll start with nobility.
Do you have summer actions?
He's got
I
his
do have
kingdom card.
Oh, he has. That's right. He's got the shapeshifter thing still.
if I do that there, that'll wipe a lot of this out, which does make me happy. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna wipe out some of your guys' crap up here.
Okay, so the 10 now has a deadly because
Yep.
my deadly's up here. Before you do that, though,
Yep.
we'll just go through all the summer actions first because I've got a trick up my sleeve.
Okay.
I'm going to use School of the Stars. So I'll move 2 of my supporters to the lost pile from the current clash. And what that allows me to do is I can take a card from the lost pile and bring it back into the region. So I'll bring back my agent. Okay, so now the 9 will get eliminated. The 7 will get eliminated.
Wait,
And-
so we don't get to do any summer abilities?
No,
Okay.
Uprising and Clans still get to do, but I'm talking about elimination at the end. of the
Okay.
clash.
Okay. Currently as standing, not just happening right now. I
So-
gotcha.
Uprising, you can retreat if you want.
Yeah, I will use one of my safe houses to retreat my card.
Cool.
So I'll just place that on there for right now.
Yep. And
There's nothing I can do.
And yeah, nothing to do. Okay, so now let's go through the elimination part of it. So the 9 will get eliminated. The 7 will retreat. Now the 10 has resilient, so it will go to the discard. And my agent will get eliminated again because the 10 has deadly.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Cool.
Your 5 gets it limited as well, right?
The War Machine is invulnerable. It's
Yeah.
got the
Oh,
shield.
it is. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that.
So I've got these 2 invulnerable. So I will happily take the castle. So I'll gain 1 from the location, and 1 from my herald. Let me flip that over. And I will take Council of. Oh no! Oh no! I don't have any cards to send up to the councils.
Oh, so you can then, huh?
I can't do that.
Hmm.
So do I want to?
So because you don't have any cards to do that, or is both spots
No,
kinda
I can still gain the influence.
You just
Right,
can't do
from
the
the
second part.
I can't do the action.
Got it.
And I don't think it's worthwhile me journeying. I think I could. No, I'll put 1 back, 1 influence, and I'll just take the journey action. So this will go to there, and I'll gain 1 more. Oops. All right, let's move on to the second region.
Goodness.
All game I've been trying to win that top area. I've yet to do it.
So I'm just moving this. Okay. Let's see what you got. Cool. All right, nobility. So nobility can flank up into the middle region if they want.
Interesting.
Cool.
we do. I was hoping that was going to resolve that way.
Uh-huh. I was hoping it wasn't going to resolve that way. And you'll see why. Okay, so Uprising. They're currently on 10. I suppose you wouldn't want to pull that back. So clans.
Well, Because are you not doing anything with yours?
I can't. So,
You can't. Okay. All right. So then clans, yeah.
My ability would not accomplish anything. It would just get me to 9.
mhm.
So no point me doing anything.
Cool. All right, so that goes to Uprising.
All right. So I gain. What? I gain. What do they call that?
Gain 1 influence.
Influence. All right. So yay! I finally have 2 influence. And then I have to decide which one of these am I using, Necropolis and or Shrine. I think at this point it makes sense to go ahead and use Necropolis. Shuffle your discard pile and draw up to 3 cards. You may discard any number of cards from your hand. So that you may discard any number of cards from your hand. I think that just... So yeah, so I flip that.
Mhm.
Do that.
Draw 3.
Draw 3. And then I just have to discard down to my hand limit, or...
Yes.
Okay.
You can choose to discard more if you want.
Right, yeah. We'll just discard one of those. All right, I guess that's it.
Cool. Cool. Final region.
Final region, here we go.
Ah, come on.
Oh, didn't quite.
Okay. So let's. First things first. So Ruined Citadel halves all opponents' strength in this region. So if we let me put an ability marker here so we know it's nobilities. Okay. So nobility currently has 14 strength here. And
Okay.
everyone else's strength is halved.
Oof.
But their agent will get eliminated. Their flanking card will get eliminated as well. This agent will get eliminated. My card will get eliminated. So it would mean that Uprising would win. And I think Nobility already used Shapeshifter's Mirror.
Yeah, it wouldn't help me in this situation right now either. So
Yeah, clans can't beat Uprising 7. No. I guess it depends. We'll see what Uprising does. Do you want to ambush or retreat?
So I don't think I want to retreat. I'm trying to remember the assassin ability thing, that how that works exactly. So anybody so my 2 people who have shields, they're fine.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's something else I could drop out there that would maybe help by ambushing. It would probably need to be another card with a shield on it to be of much use.
Correct.
Because anything else is just going to get killed.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and I'll bring out, just because I don't know what shenanigans Nathan might get up to or something. So if I bring that out, it's still got a shield, so it's still safe. It just ups my number.
Yep.
All right, then that is what I will do.
So your total strength here at the moment is 5.
Right, because 5, 9, 10, 11 have that down to 5.
Yep.
All right.
Or it'll be 6, actually. Sorry, rounding up.
Oh, do you round up? Okay.
Yeah, so 6. Can Nathan beat that?
There's nothing I can do. The best I can do
That's
is
what I like to
Right,
hear.
his-
That's
All
what I
right.
like to hear. Fantastic.
So
My only-
Uprising will win this.
yeah.
Yeah, Nathan will only, if he moves his supporters, he'll only have 1 strength.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's eliminate all cards that need to be eliminated. Both nobilities cards get eliminated. So your agent will go to the lost pile.
Oh.
And so with your 5.
Oh.
Because it doesn't have the resilient helmet thing.
There we go.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Uprising
yeah,
wins
then-
that.
All right. Sorry. Yep. And then let's
Take
see here. So
3 influence.
I would get 3 influence over there.
I'll just give you that 5. Whoops.
Okay. So put those back over there.
Cool. All right. Uprising's leading. Good play. Okay. All right. Now we go into Autumn, starting with nobility.
Well, there's not a lot I can do because I don't have any cards in my hand. So I can't journey and I can't send anybody to the council. But I can do stuff up here, so I might as well do that.
Yeah.
Oh, but what I could do, I could activate Council Secrets first. That lets me put out enough to activate the
To activate Necropolis.
Necropolis. So
And then you'll gain cards to journey and govern.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. So that'll work. So it lets me draw 3 cards from my discard. I only have 3 cards in my discard, so I'll draw them.
Okay.
Now-
Before you govern and journey, so you had 4 votes in Council of Secrets. 1 went to Necropolis, and so you need to choose where you're going to place the other 3.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. For some reason, I thought you could only go in one location, but it says 1 or more locations. Yep.
So if I do that, if I drop 3 into the battlefield,
Mhm.
and then if I put a 2 scroll up in the Council Secrets, I'll be able to activate that again.
Next round.
Next round. Next round.
Because you've already used it. So
Okay. I think I think I would put them into the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
That puts 3 there. These 2 go back over here.
cool. And now you can journey and govern.
Now I can do stuff. I might as well do the council oaths and get one of these guys back.
Right. Oh, so because
Oh,
you
wait.
activated your tactic, they stay on the board,
Oh yeah. So I don't have to worry about that.
but you do have 1 in the lost pile, so you can bring that one back.
So I'll activate it and get the lost pile 1 back.
Mhm.
I will journey with this one because it has a scroll, goes into the discard.
Mhm.
Gets me a regular scroll. And I don't think I want to govern anything else, so
Cool.
yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna use the rally on the trader. I'm gonna take that and my war machine back. I'm gonna deploy my war machine back into the top region.
Hmm.
Oh wait. Wait. No, I'm not gonna. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna rally this. Okay, I'm going to use. I'll use. My kingdom's favors. Not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna journey with. This is just bad. Oh my goodness. What?
Well, if anything, we made your job difficult, so that's a win.
The thing I wanted to do was just not. It's not going to happen. Okay, let me just use Blue Owl Bell. And okay, so we'll take agent. You know what? I want uprisings. I will give uprising their agent back, which will go on the top of their deck.
Thank you.
Yep.
I don't like that.
I want to see some more eliminations. Okay, and then I get to move this. So let's do that. Bringer. This. Cool. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm going. Oh. I can't use that. Okay, I'm going to journey with that. Gain 2 law. Oh, maybe I could. Yes, we'll do this. Oh no, but it's resilient. Okay, whoops. I will just take my 11. And so I'll have 1 left over, and then I will can't cover. Okay, I'll use my Kingdom's Favor to just take this back from my hand, and then I'll just deploy it again. Okay, that's me. So uprising.
All right. I will go ahead and gonna yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess govern, right? So like I deploy a card up here.
Hmm.
And then is that govern with 1 card from your hand. And then so then I activate the Council of Oaths,
Mhm.
which would then get me, what is it? So that would get me 3 supporters back.
Mhm.
All right, so I'll go ahead and just grab my 3 that are here on the board. And then that's all I'm gonna do. So Nathan?
So one thing I don't remember is what causes a card to come back from govern.
If someone wins the castle
Okay.
and they'll kick out all the cards.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm gonna have to do desperation stuff because Peter ruined my plan by making me lose the 11 I had just put a lot of effort into gaining.
It's almost like this game's meant to be mean.
Well, I'm gonna use Salt of Toughness to get 1 card, so I don't get into. It's a waste to do it for just 1 card, but it keeps me from.
But you don't want to attrition.
Into attrition.
Yeah.
I get 2 guys back, and that's it. Hopefully, I can intentionally win a battle at some point.
you're not going to use New Havens?
No, I'll save that.
Cool. All right, so now we move on to winter. This card will get discarded. Nobilities, supporters will stay on the map because of their tactic. Everything else.
I went super aggressive that round and won nothing.
Same with thing. I played really high cards and they all died.
Thanks, Peter.
You are very, very welcome.
Well, I was planning a murder strategy that Peter denied. I was going to get a bunch of more,
Yeah.
another card to use my 11 to get this card that allows me to murder more people.
But Uprising are the murder faction, so... Okay, is that everything? Right, clans. Oh, Herald. Cool.
Oh yes.
How are we feeling about the time?
And I have to call it. Again, I don't want to stop you guys from continuing on for another round if you want to, but
No,
I sadly have to get off.
That's half.
No, I think we got a good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
good.
and it says a lot for me to say I'm sad about that because I am really enjoying this game, and I'd like to see if I felt like I was really grasping it. I feel like I'm starting to understand it a little bit. But there is so much complexity to this game because of the vast amount of abilities that everybody has available to them. To really understand the repercussions of all of the things that are possible just seems really daunting. And obviously you've been playing this much more than us. I mean, how do you feel about it at your point in understanding the game? Like, do you feel like you
Yeah, at this point, it's just the interactions between the kingdom cards and the different combos. Yeah. I think it's
are you to the point that you have combos that you already know that you're like, oh man, I really hope I get this combo?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some kingdom cards that are really good. There's, in addition to Shapeshifter's Mirror, there's another one called, there used to be Curious Ring. I think in a version of that card, it allowed you to, per clash, make any one of your cards invulnerable.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you had like your agent in a clash, you could play it. I played a game with the Wild Kingdom expansion a few days ago. Um, and so one of the Wild Kingdom cards uh, completely blanked the invulnerable and resilient traits
Oh
on cards.
shoot!
And we played with the Aeronauts module, which these new non-faction specific cards that you can gain, and one of them allows you to like snipe cards from other regions and remove active cards. So
Wow.
I had that combo, and I was playing against someone who was playing Uprising. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was losing that game, but I was causing him a lot of stress because there was just no way to counter it. Yeah, and so stuff like that uh, is fun. Um,
Yeah, you
I
gotta,
will say,
and you gotta have a thick skin with this game because it's
oh yeah,
gonna
yeah,
people you're gonna be sniping each other a lot. So if you're somebody who like you can't take it when other people are doing terrible things to you,
yeah. I
be
would say like
cautious.
because it's a four-player game and having three players like learning it all at once, it can be
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot to take in with all the abilities.
Yeah.
So it's better to like learn it two-player. That way you just have to focus on
Mm.
another player's tactics and stuff.
Do you prefer a full four player game?
Yes, because it's more crazy.
Yeah,
Like I two-player
it's more
games are
unpredictable.
more relaxed. Yeah, it's way more unpredictable at four. So
Yeah. Which
I will
again, I think like
say,
I do. I think you have to kind of embrace chaos with this game
mhm.
as all the things just because again, you sit here and you're like, okay, I think I've got everything planned out, and then you don't know half the things that everybody can do, and they start doing them. And you're like, oh, I had no idea that was
Yeah,
coming.
you could plan like a whole round of what you're gonna do, and then someone will just come along and ruin your plans, like what Evan
Like
did, and what
yeah,
you did, like swapping the
yeah,
cards around.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I
Even
was looking forward to that swapping
yeah,
everybody's cards around.
even like the small thing like turn order and placing the clash markers, you can really screw
Mhm.
over people's plans and what they're gonna do.
I really enjoyed the fact that the person at the end of the turn order gets to place the clash markers because being last in turn order really stinks, but it gives you that one moment of the round where you feel like okay, I'm in control right now,
Hmm.
and
which is kind of
activating them
cool.
in just the wrong order for somebody just
Yeah, can really throw it
screws
off.
everything up.
Yeah.
I will say, playing through this, what you guys did with effectively everyone having 15 cards and what you can do with 15 cards in your hand is something special.
Hmm. Yeah. I know Pablo wanted to like with the side of power have give players the ability to like customize their decks.
Hmm.
Because before it was just everyone had the same basic deck. Your 11 cards were also in your deck as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
you only had like one or two side of power cards. Um, so with this change, it's like, and with attrition as well, you can really customize your deck to have like the most powerful cards from your faction. Um, that was good. I was going to say about the turn order thing as well. Um,
Hmm.
being last, it does stink in some cases, but when you're resolving clashes and you have four players that have played a ruse or and stuff like that, but just being able to go last and see uh, what everyone else is doing is like a huge boon.
Hmm.
I did not like going first half the time in this.
Yeah,
It was
unless you
not
can
nice.
maintain the lead, I prefer to go like second or third.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Was a little curious to see how my combo would work. It's like
Hmm.
basically I have my 10 and I can kill with it, and then if I fail, I can just pull it back on the beginning of the next round. So
Hmm.
I always have my
Right.
10 in my hand, pretty much.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's one of the main things as well with the game now is that being able to cycle the cards that you want back into your hand is super important. Um, yeah.
Yeah. No, I again have even though we didn't get to finish the game, I'm intrigued and hopefully look forward to getting a chance to play it again at some point, and also to have James here so we can be mean to James.
Yeah.
Yes, being
So
being mean to James is always good.
Yeah,
I
always
cannot
fun.
wait until I get my copy.
Nice.
The artwork is stunning, absolutely stunning. I
Yeah,
really enjoyed it.
I actually really like the art. Do we know the name of the artist?
It's the designer, Pablo.
Oh,
Um,
really? He designed and illustrated.
he does all of the artwork for this game.
Yeah, I really like the art quite a bit actually. So I was very impressed with some of these cards. I really love this the Queen Long Ago that Evan has up here. I like the art for that quite a lot. We just played Evan and James and I just played a game of Inish the other day. And it's got that Celtic art, and that one kind of reminds me a bit of that. But yeah, no, really pretty game. So
Cool.
So
Well, yeah, if you guys ever like want to have another game as well, or with 4 people, I'd be happy to spectate and just answer any questions
okay.
that you guys will
Yeah.
have. Yeah, because like the later rounds are just crazy when people are down to a hand size of 4, and you're just trying to do as much as you can with so many little resources.
I was gonna say, does that usually end up being the case in the later rounds that everybody's really into the attrition and they just don't have as many cards anymore?
Um, yeah, it's
Okay.
less so much the cards, but more the supporters,
Oh,
because
okay.
the only way to get them back is by occupying Council of Oaths.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like pace yourself, you could end up with later rounds having
Well, and I
nothing.
was gonna say, and because we kind of got lucky here in this last round, because you won that first region, and if you had been able to do the castle, you were probably gonna empty everybody out of the council, right?
Yeah, I was going to go for Council of Secrets, kick
Okay.
nobility out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
which actually would have might have
Well, thank-
benefited me because I have the ability, like, to get mine back.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think we should wrap up. But we should probably wrap up with if
Yeah.
people are interested in picking this up, what options do they have? Is there late pledge options?
Uh, I'm not sure. I have to check if I think the late pledge is still open. I'm not too sure. Um, but yeah, if you even if you miss out on the late pledge, definitely join the Discord server, the Old King's Crown, and we can organize some play tests. You can test out the Wild Kingdom stuff, which is absolutely bonkers. Um, yeah,
Yeah, and we'll find out if the late pledge is open. We'll put a link to the late pledging down below into the description while
Yeah,
that's still open. So
I was gonna say I did go ahead and click real quick on the Kickstarter page, and it does still show the late pledges available. So
cool.
at least according to the Kickstarter page.
so as of today, yes.
As of
Okay.
today, yes. Cool. Good.
All right.
Well,
Well,
I'm glad
thanks.
you all.
Yeah, thank you for running
Wait.
it for us.
No worries. It was great. Great to see you guys do some real clever and nasty plays. Um, that's the spirit of the game, so it's glad that you picked it up really quickly.
I was
So
proud of
so
stealing
just
Peter's Kingdom card.
Yeah.
so just throwing it out there. Then from as you run many play tests. So do we do pretty good for coming in completely green on this game?
Yeah. Yeah. Just embrace the chaos. And be mean to your opponents, stuff like that. Like I've played it a lot of times, so I don't win a lot. So I kind of like if I can pull off a really cool move or make life difficult for the other players, then that's a win for me. But yeah, you guys did well.
Well,
All right,
awesome.
well, yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Like Evan was saying, check out the Kickstarter page for it, and also check out the other videos that we have here on Tabletop Gaming Guild.